Yeah, now it's recording. You nervous?
I'm cool. I'm chilling.
Okay,
Okay,
it's gonna get annoying. Yeah.
I don't want to keep looking at myself.
I only wrote questions for street interviews, and so I was thinking I could run it by you, see how spicy some of these are. So related to your Haroon's TikTok.
Okay.
I was editing the thing, and I was like, "What happens if a friend unfollows you on Instagram?"
Yeah. So the funny thing about that, we actually created a video. It was just about us creating a skit on when your friend actually gets hella mad when they don't follow back. So he'll come up to you and just like smack you or some shit. It's just like an exaggeration. Yeah. But that's how people really feel though. And it's weird. I know it's weird.
Is that most people though? Do you think most people are like that? Like I have a rule.
I know you don't give a fuck. You don't give a fuck.
Yeah. But I don't give a fuck
you know
about
what I'm saying?
anybody.
But
yeah.
I know people question it. Like, why the fuck he... Yeah, because in our society, we want to also look good in front of other people, you know what I'm saying? So we care about what people think. So the fact that people unfollow you, they think that, oh, you're not fucking with them, so they feel some type of way. It's like some insecurity inside them.
So
for me, I don't care. Like, I'll just be like, okay, this is weird because he just wants to look... I already know what he's trying to play at. He's just trying to put the numbers up higher.
Yeah.
Make it show.
It's Clout, isn't it?
It's stupid. A lot is stupid. They actually put mental thought into how they're gonna do it.
Do people care that they have a lot of followers before they enjoy it? Because I think what people do is
so it's like
they watch
social proof.
It's social proof.
Yeah,
that's what's happening.
So, I guess that's what they're trying to have, like to show that more people really care about them, and they have like a very selected group, like very small group of people who they call friends, right? Look up to, I guess, or have.
Weirdly enough, like I use this. I don't know if this is a really good measure. I know people are gonna get offended, but like if I see a girl has way more followers than she is following, I'm like, thought.
Bro, I was thinking the same exact shit.
I was like, nah, I ain't fucking with that.
Exact same thing, because it's all about attention with them.
It is attention,
you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
But you know what? I don't know if I mentioned this on our personal podcast. I used to talk to a girl before. This was like many years ago, right? At first, she didn't have any followers. She didn't even have Instagram. And then she created one. Like a year later, something happened. Something crazy happened, and she was documented. Her Instagram just blew up to 10,000 or something. We were cool. Like, we were you know what I'm saying?
No.
Like, we were fucking with each other type shit.
She changed it up.
And then I know at the moment she hit those numbers, she blocked my ass or unfollowed me. And then she wasn't like responding to my messages anymore. I'm like, yo, people really switch up like that?
Damn.
That's crazy. I'm like, bro, she ain't shit, bro. After I see that, I'm like, all right, this shit weird, bro. Yeah, bro. After that moment, it's like, it's really important who you surround yourself with, because that's some like weird fake shit.
To me, it's just a bunch of numbers. I don't give a fuck. That's the thing. Like, you don't
know
own
what it
these
is.
people.
A lot of people. I was living in like Irvine, LA area. A lot of people in LA, they care about that shit.
Yeah.
That's the whole.
That's big time over there.
I swear to God, bro. It's kind of disgusting.
It is. Was she like showing parts of her body to get to 10,000, or was it just like some other shit?
She was at one point. I remember like she would start putting up like titty pics, and I'm like, you know, dumb revealing ass shit.
Yeah.
After I got like unfollowed, I was like, I'm gonna block your ass. Like, there's no point of chopping it up with you anymore. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You're tainted.
Tainted.
You're tainted.
That's the thing. Like when I post one of these videos, these TikToks, and it starts doing numbers. You know what I'm thinking? I'm competing with titties. I swear to God.
Hey, that actually are, because that's the easiest shit for them. You get titties, you get views.
Yeah, it's like, I am as good as titties. That's crazy,
yeah,
bro.
the smaller titties you have, no views.
Here's the thing, it's not even their fault. It's dudes. It's fucking dudes out there watching this shit. And just be like, yo, why? Why are you giving her attention?
You know what I'm saying? It's simps, bro.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask. Like, I was gonna do a guy check. I was gonna go up to guys and say, "How many thirst traps did you fall for today?"
Like on TikTok and Instagram.
Yeah. I was like, all right, let's check. Let's check your profile. Let's see how many of these stupid
Bro,
pictures you liked.
Can you tell who's watching these thirst traps or not?
I don't know. It's a majority of guys. For sure. It has to be, because there's no way they'd be getting the numbers.
Okay, majority of guys for sure, but like, can you spot them? I feel like I can.
You think so?
I feel like I can, yeah. Just the way how people move.
Yeah.
Like, I know this nigga's thirsty as fuck. He go like every picture or follow OnlyFans or some shit. You know what I'm saying? You could tell.
I don't know. I feel like people who lift probably don't. You could already tell by the bill. But I don't know. That'd be a funny thing. Just like, all right, guys, show us your Instagram. We want to see what the last picture you like. That'd be funny, actually. I don't know if people would want to share that, but every guy is just gonna be some titty picture.
Wait, can you see it on Instagram?
You can see it on TikTok for sure. So like you'll be able to see like
true.
Yeah.
There was a time when I had one account, there was a lot of titties showing up, and I'm like, bro.
It happens every time you make a new account.
Yeah. And then I was like, okay, this is weird. And then there'll be times I'll stay longer than usual, right? And then I'm like, fuck, I'm falling for this shit, right?
Yeah.
And then I delete that, and then I get a new account. And I'm like, you know what? Now I'm gonna go fast so I don't see that shit.
I thought it would be funny if like you could modify the algorithm or like trade algorithms to see what other people see. I don't know, maybe I'll build something like that. That's crazy, dude. I don't know. Like I don't understand why people behave the way they behave. Like should I be like, all right, I'm too big time. We got 42,000.
Hey, don't be like that girl, bro.
It never even occurred to me to be that way.
It's so weird, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro. And I hope that that's not me, bro. Like, and I don't think it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I ever do like hit numbers like that, not saying I'm planning on to, would I become like that? I don't think I will, because what keeps me humble is like my faith. You know what I'm saying? And having like real people around me. You know what I'm saying? Seeing people try to achieve different things and keeping that in my circle. You know what I'm saying? So I like to be humble, and I think that's how we were raised.
I guess so, yeah. I don't know. For me, none of this social stuff, I never cared for it. I don't even care to be famous. I only do this because I want to grow the podcast.
Yeah, I mean, it's a way to make money.
It's not even about the money for me. For me, it's about pushing the culture, changing minds, waking people up.
Okay, so
and
like
we can make money.
Yeah, so you're up there with Kevin Samuels, Andrew Tate.
Both those guys care about
Jordan
money.
Peterson.
I think Jordan Peterson is like more my vibe.
Yeah,
but I'm not. Like,
I was just listening to him on the way here.
Yo, it's funny because Akram was listening to him too, but I've known about Jordan Peterson for like 3 years. Because I remember the thing that blew him up was he was at his university campus. He used to be a professor. He was at a university campus and he was challenging some new Canadian law that was telling people that if you mispronoun someone, you can go to jail. Yeah, that was a thing.
So like that's a thing.
That's a thing, bro.
That was or that is.
That is thing. That's the thing.
Still a thing?
Yeah. I don't know if it's still a thing. It was
society's twisted.
Dude, it's getting worse.
It's twisted.
And so he was like, no, this is unacceptable. This should not be criminalized at all. And so that blew him up immediately. Like basically right-wing people were like, yo, who's this guy? He's speaking up, blah, blah, blah. And that's what got him to this whole thing. Then people discovered his lecture series, and then he stopped being a professor and he started doing the books and all that. But he was just a normal-ass professor, dude. It's crazy how, like, one small thing can, like, launch someone up and then... Bro,
honestly, I think just even stuff about he talks about, like, he could be Muslim, bro. Yeah. I really think that.
I don't know if he uses a lot of religious material.
Yeah.
And he sources it for analogies and stuff, but he's not a religious guy. If he was religious, he'd be moving differently, but he's not.
Yeah, I mean, that's what they say about Andrew Tate, you know what I'm saying? This nigga turned Muslim.
Yeah, all right. Once I see him, like, I don't know, what would be like, all right, he's officially Muslim kind of thing. On social media, what would we have to see? He could wear the jalabia. That's not Muslim, actually.
No, but he says he's Muslim.
Really?
Yeah, he said, I'm a revert. Okay. And they use that term. It's weird.
Revert?
Yeah, they say revert. They don't say convert.
What does that mean?
So apparently it's supposed to, like, it means like you gone back to a religion.
That doesn't Muslim.
Because, yeah, that's what I'm saying. That didn't make sense to me.
You know what he could mean? So if he grew up Christian and then he became Muslim, or he left Christianity and became Muslim, it's still all the same book. I'm thinking that's what it is. I'm okay with the terminology. You're coming back to faith.
Yeah.
See that?
I didn't really get it. I'm like, what's the point of switching the term? Just say convert. It's like everybody understands convert.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Revert sounds...
Like, you didn't even know what that meant until I explained it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I didn't even know what that meant until like 2 months ago when Omar explained it.
Wait, so is that also... You've been more faithful lately, so... Is that the reason why you cut the music out?
No, I just noticed that the reason why I did that was because I wanted to be alone with my thoughts. Every time I'm never like I'm always doing something, or I'm actually driving or working out. Mm-hmm. And when there's moments when I'm away from work, I'm like listening to music. So like when I'm driving, I'm listening to music. And when I'm working out, I'm listening to music. Or when I'm in Muay Thai class, there's music on.
Okay.
I'm saying, so there's never a moment where it's just like my own thoughts. And so I cut the music out. The one thing I say that I realized, a lot of the shit that's be saying in the music, it's not getting into my head.
It's not getting into
It's not getting into my head because I'm not listening to it anymore. I was listening to it, like they talk about, oh yeah, let's go fuck bitches, yada, yada, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's just going to keep feeding into my head. Yeah. Now I'm going to want to look at more. I want to see titties more on TikTok. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But the moment like I cut that out, I was just more alone with my thoughts. I come up with new ideas on how I can improve my business, how I can improve other things, and what I need to improve as a person, conversation-wise, how I can be more persuasive and doing certain things, open my eyes to different things, you know? What do you think about the AirPods? Like, do you think it causes, like, radiation to your brain?
I think they're fine.
I figured that's another plus, too.
Like, just to be safe.
Maybe, I don't got AirPods as long, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because, I be wearing AirPods 24/7 because, you know what I'm saying, I was listening to music or I was watching a movie or doing some shit with it, you know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, it's been more enlightening.
Weird that you bring that up. I haven't cut out music, but I don't listen to, like, the stuff, whatever.
Yeah.
I listen to my music, the beats I've been making.
Oh, your own beat. But it doesn't have words in it. It's just beats.
Just beats, just instrumental stuff.
Yeah,
And
so that's okay. That's pretty good.
Yeah. I also do podcasts a lot. Philosophy podcasts that I really enjoy listening to. And there's a few episodes that get published every week, but really challenge the way I think. But a lot of times, like when I go walk or whatever, I'll have my headphones on, but those thoughts you're talking about, like in your head, I say them out loud. And so I'm just talking to myself. And I do that all the time.
Like you're walking and talking to yourself?
Yeah.
Niggas walking by you and they see you talking to yourself?
Yeah, I don't give a fuck. I have my headphones. So
it looks like you're talking to yourself. That's smart.
Yeah. And it's like, I don't know if people realize, like, sometimes, especially on the live streams, people are like, you know, this is like really engaging and you're talking off the top of your head and you sound pretty good and everything. And you're wondering, and people are wondering, like, how are you so well spoken, whatever. Because I've probably thought that thought before and spoke it out loud on one of these walks or like just in my room. I'll just like gather my thoughts together.
Do you do this often? When did you start doing this?
Dude, I think I've been doing it my whole life.
Your whole life?
Yeah.
Okay, that explains why you can speak well.
You think so?
Because they say that in speech, a course I took, they say it out loud so you can hear yourself, find where there's problems, you know. And that's how you can notice if you do ums or uhs or put other breaks, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You're just practicing that pretty much your whole life. So that's probably why you don't do it as much like as most people do.
I do have filler words though.
Yeah.
I've been editing these podcasts so long.
Really?
I know exactly everyone's habit. You do say a lot.
Yeah.
Like, but I say like a lot. And then I also listicles. And then I also have phrases that I say a lot.
Yeah.
And I've been trying to cut that down. Because I've 116 episodes, man.
Yeah.
Like, I know how we all talk.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Listen, one phrase I always say.
You know what I'm saying?
You got that.
I do that. I do it all the time. It's like, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
I'm like, hey, he probably gonna get this. Let's see.
Dude. Yeah.
That's crazy. I always say that. And I know myself, I say that shit.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying?
It's hard. It's hard to change the way you speak.
Yeah.
It's very hard because you have to like notice it and then you have to actively practice.
I guess you need a reason why do you do it or why do you want to improve that, and that'll probably help you want to change it, right?
I don't know what motivates most people, but a lot of people end up doing like Toastmasters and stuff to get better.
Toastmasters.
But then I always, every time I see it, like it always is so robotic and just like, all right.
Oh, is it robotic?
It's very prepared speeches. And so I'm like, I like the idea of just speaking off the top of my head. Put together ideas.
Yeah.
Which is why I like doing the live streams because it's good practice.
You think our speech gotten better as we kept doing more and more podcasts, or has it just been the same?
I think we are better speakers. I know I am for sure because I get the feedback.
Yeah.
You don't get the feedback unless you listen to the podcast yourself.
Okay.
So if you listen to the podcast after and then you'll be like, why do I sound like that? I want to change that for the next episode. Like, but for me, because I'm editing them, I know exactly how I speak and I get annoyed with myself. And so I'm like, all right, like my microphone discipline's still pretty bad. I should be like still. Yeah. But when we get a studio, that'll happen.
That'll be dope.
Dude, it'll make editing easier too because the levels will be all right. There won't be any like clicks or whatever.
It'll be like a Joe Rogan studio kind of thing, or
probably
or Andrew Schultz.
I don't know his setup. I don't watch him that much. I'm not actually not. I don't know what the fuck happened to the guy. He used to be funny.
Who, Andrew Schultz?
Well, I guess his podcast is cool, but I don't even like his podcast. You know what I think he's gonna become?
Who?
You know how you see like Jimmy Kimmel and Jimmy Fallon, all the late night TV shows? Yeah. That's gonna be him. He's gonna be the next Jimmy.
You think so?
For sure.
But he says some radical stuff sometimes.
He's becoming more mainstream. I don't know if you noticed
that's
it.
true.
Yeah,
that's true.
Even look at the way they seat. They have
true.
a bunch of guys.
Hey, actually, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
He's gonna be the next Jimmy. You might as well call him.
I remember. I could think of a few moments like that. Yeah.
He's Jimmy Schultz.
He was against Andrew Tate too.
Oh, see, yeah, already you
That's
already did.
mainstream
Yeah,
for
that's
sure.
like the test. It's
sure.
like if you're already.
When I saw that, I was like, "Nigga, what? He's more aligned to you than." You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So I was confused when he was against him. I'm like, he was roasting him and shit like that.
Yeah, dude.
What the fuck?
The fucking
That's
Hollywood
weird.
types. But here's the thing. Here's another guy who's actually switching sides. Russell Brand. He used to be like super woke, all that. And then he switched up after it was basically COVID that switched up. Like, what the fuck? He starts learning all this stuff and he's like, holy shit. And now he's like, soon enough he's going to switch and they're going to cancel him.
Really?
I can see it. I've seen this happen so many times to people who start questioning things. Like obviously Kanye, I saw the journey happen because I know where he's coming from and I know where he's going. When people are like, oh my God, the MAGA hat with Trump, whatever, I'm like, nah, this guy's literally waking up in front of us and you're all going to hate him for it. And so he went as far as he did. I remember this isn't really political. I just like pointing out when I call my shots early and I win. I voted for Kanye in 2020.
Yeah.
Bet you, in 2 years, a lot of people are going to be fucking with Yay 24. Bet you. Everyone who called me crazy in 2020, the same way they said I was crazy in 2016 for Trump. Same shit. And then now you know all your homies, they're like, yo, I fuck with Trump.
Say Trump. I'm like, what the fuck, y'all switch up out of nowhere.
I told you.
But I ain't gonna lie, the more you said Trump and the more people came around to it, I started to see him as not so much as that bad.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So maybe society's changing my own thoughts too.
It's your environment. Because as far as, there's a lot of crazy hate for him, which never made sense to me, but I mean, a lot of it's based on
it sounds dumb.
There are clips. If you watch his speech, is actually hilarious.
But his speech is not as good as yours.
It's strategy. He's speaking to 300 million Americans.
Yeah.
So you have to understand the average person doesn't like the way I speak. I don't communicate well because I speak the way I speak.
You're very well spoken.
Yeah, but it's not engaging content for people. Most people don't like this. That's why I like Table Moments, at least as far as it's just centered around me. It's always going to be small. To grow, you have to speak in a way that appeals to a larger, broad population. Yeah. And so that means dumbing down the language. And that's the thing I struggle with sometimes. So even like when I'm cutting up these clips and I say some college word, I cut it out. Because I know it's like, people aren't going to get it up. Yeah, a lot of people aren't going to pick it up.
There'll be times when I'm kicking with some friends. I'll be saying like certain words that they don't understand. Why are you saying that? Like, I don't know what that means. They get mad. So I'm like, all right, I gotta be careful about what I say. I can't be too articulate.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not naturally articulate, you know what I'm saying? So, or I haven't really worked on it much. Yeah. You feel me? So it's not a hard switch for me. It's just like a couple words I could just switch it out.
Yeah. I know, but I'm thinking with like ChatGPT, everyone's gonna be sounding smart these days.
100%.
Yeah. No, wait till they put it inside the email program.
I'm actually gonna write a book off of ChatGPT. I will create a book and then sell it online, bro. Some shit.
Children's book?
Give me an idea, I'll do it right now.
All right, no. But here's the thing. I think people.
I need to find a good topic where everybody will grab onto that shit, bro.
All right, so here's a hack for you guys watching too. You could steal ideas, just not modern ideas. Steal old ideas, like Disney movies. Those are just old stories retold in a modern way. One thing you could do is just take stories out of the Bible and just take out the religious mentions. Those are timeless.
And change the name.
Yeah, change the names, all that.
Yeah.
And maybe change the settings, change the characters a little bit, but
the
plot line's there.
Yeah.
Or Greek mythology, same thing. You could take from those and then just do that. And so then the creative part is just coming up with different names and different settings instead of the ones that are directly there.
Like, I would be a millionaire.
I don't know. Here's the problem, though. Distribution is always the problem.
But what if it's an online book? Like, I've seen people on Instagram, because I follow, like, business pages.
Yeah.
Oh, like, create books.
KDP, right?
Make money. Yeah.
Kindle, direct publishing. Yeah.
I'm like, I could do that right now with ChatGPT, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to utilize the best one.
Part of writing a good story and a good book in the creative field, creating something that people actually want, is understanding what will resonate with people. And so even if you can use ChatGPT to create a book, like, is it something that will appeal to human desire? And so that's where the tapping into the creativity part that ChatGPT can't give you. And so that's why, like, certain people, they just are better at it. You could try it, but again, distribution is always the hardest thing. Like, it doesn't matter if you even made Even if ChatGPT made the perfect book, if people don't know about it and you don't have an audience, it doesn't mean shit.
But ChatGPT can show you how to get an audience.
No, I did it. Remember we did it on the podcast. I was like, yo, how do I grow this podcast? And he just gave me 6 recommendations. 3 of them I was doing.
But you could ask it to be specific.
It's just basic stuff like grow an audience on social media.
Yeah.
Like build a website, go on other people's podcasts. Yeah. Do all that.
But it depends on how you ask your prompt. It could give you what you want.
You think it's magic?
Literally, it's scraping for everything on the internet. There's information out there.
How do you know if it's real, though? How do you verify that that's
You try it out. You try it out and see if you make money from that shit. You get an audience or something. You know what I'm saying? So it doesn't hurt to try.
It wouldn't be hard to automate a lot of this, honestly.
Like, it's doing the work for you. You already wrote the book for you. Now all you gotta do is just market it. And marketing is ask ChatGPT a specific question. Like,
how do I market this children's book?
They give you 6 options. Be like, can you be more specific? Can you give me a specific website to go to that will help me out with this and this and that? You're that specific, it's going to give you a specific response.
All right, dude.
All the time, it worked out for me.
That'd be a funny YouTube video. We wrote a children's book sponsored by Table. We could put Table Moments on it.
Yeah.
Write a children's book about 2 brothers who started a podcast.
Yeah.
Yo, that'd be hilarious merch.
Yeah.
It's like, hey.
Or what if it can actually go all through our table moment, and then it could gather all the information into a book
and turn all our podcasts into stories. Yo, that'd be hilarious, dude.
That'd be crazy.
That's funny.
I think it probably can, maybe.
That'd be so cool. It's like we got Table Moments merch. Yeah. And it's like a children's book.
But it'll automate everything for us, bro. About utilizing it. Everybody says, use it for your business. I've been trying to think of ways how to use it for my business. And it's kind of hard because, we're a logistic company. Mm-hmm. But the good thing is there's certain things I can automate, like accounting, taxes.
How much taxes do I owe with
this
much?
Tax loophole. I can ask about tax loophole. Because what's the biggest expense?
People. And then taxes. Yeah.
I'm going to fire the people and less the taxes.
Yeah. I know you guys are doing the transportation stuff, non-emergency medical transportation, but I've been walking around the streets of Austin. I've been seeing the cruise cars. Have you seen them? The self-driving cars?
Self-driving, yeah.
They got them every night, I see them. But I swear to God, the cars are empty and they're just going. Yeah. And then I was like, hold up. It's crazy to watch because I was walking and then I see it pass me. I was like, holy shit. And I was like, yo, that's crazy.
You don't see anybody in that shit, huh?
Nobody's in it. And then I turn around the corner and I see it again. I'm like, what the fuck? How did that car get over there? Yeah. And then I do it again and I see it I'm like, what the fuck?
Like, at what pace does it go? Is it pretty fast?
Yeah, like a regular car.
Damn.
No. So I'm seeing all, and then I was like,
you should walk in front of it, see if
I thought about it. I thought that would be a funny YouTube video. Just like, I got hit by an automated car.
Testing out cruise cars. Walking right in front of it. Like, hey, I'm going to cruise now.
No, not even that. I thought it would be funny to like make a commercial. I don't know. I come up with these ideas of like, what if I could take these established brands and make an edgy commercial? I went to the cruise YouTube channel. I was like, oh, these videos are boring. Yeah. So I was like, ooh, what kind of commercial could I make? Just centered around the cars I'm seeing as I walk around and then shoot like a whole commercial with just the street cars, just catching him, running after him and stuff. And then in front of it, and then obviously I'd have to have a shot where I step in front of it and just like, and then it's like safety, 100%. Some bullshit. I don't know. I kept seeing these cars. I'm like, whoa, how's this one car getting all over the place? And then I got to a stoplight and then I saw 2 cars right next to each other. I was like, so they're just testing. You start
realizing they're all over here.
Yeah. At night. I haven't seen any during the
day. I
wonder
how they are with Texas driving.
Good point. Yeah, they're pretty bad here, aren't they?
Too bad, bro. I wonder how it reacts. It will just stop.
That's probably why I only see them at night, because traffic isn't so bad. When I first saw it, I was like, why does this car have all these things on top of it? Yeah. It's like, oh shit. And then I look at the drive, there's nobody in it. And I was just like, yo.
That's LiDAR, right?
I don't know what it is. See, that's the thing. I don't think people realize, like, these cars will have to be perfect for people to trust them. Even though you got people out here who are just shitty drivers who get into accidents all the time. Yeah. So it's like, it has to be way better than people. It might be impossible to get to that strand.
I think it will be 100% because already, like, what do people do when they're in a car? They're bored, right?
They're looking at their phones.
Phone, that's the easy distraction. Drinking water, doing something, you know what I'm saying? Talking to a friend or trying to reach for something, you know what I'm saying? It's always one of those things. And then an accident happens. If AI is already controlling it, they're looking for, they can spot every little thing that's around them. It's already doing better than humans.
Yeah, but the thing is, with car insurance, you don't know if the other person has a lot of money. So there's no incentive to like get into accidents. But if you know it's a Tesla or it's like a self-driving cruise car or whatever, you know that's $1 billion company. You don't think people are going to see that as a payday? That's a problem. And then also people will become worse drivers because the computers help. It just happens with everything.
I think it was just what will happen. More and more cars will be automated.
The funny thing is, it's like having a few amount of self-driving cars and a lot of drivers is worse than just because as there are more and more self-driving cars, the system improves.
Yeah.
There's going to be way less
data.
Yeah, there's more data and you got more cars who are behaving predictably.
That's true.
But it's like you have to possibly tolerate more accidents a little bit because people are going to be around this AI stuff until there are a critical number of self-driving cars. Eventually they're going to make driving illegal because the cars are going to be so safe, which then is going to be kind of fucked up. The only people who will drive are race car drivers because no one will have a reason.
You know how stick shift is not a thing anymore? It's going to be the same thing with automatic.
Yeah, for sure.
Because automatic is easy as fuck.
It is easy as fuck.
Stick shift, I still don't know how to drive that shit.
Yeah.
AI everywhere.
Yeah.
No, barely any automatic selling. Yeah, that's crazy. But that would be interesting. Change is good, right? Like you used to say all the time.
I used to say that all the
You
time?
used to say it all the time.
For real?
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I changed my mind on that.
No matter if it's good or bad, it's still good.
I don't know. Like, things are changing. There are some social things that are changing negatively, and the technology is making it better.
that has to change.
Yeah.
You know
and
what
that's what I think Table Moments could be.
we do need women in our podcast. You know, they can debate their side.
Then we're going to become like every other podcast.
Well, that's what you want to see, right? You want to see change in society. What's the biggest problem? Usually who's causing it?
Women?
They're not. You know what I'm saying?
No, but here's the thing. Women will don't get offended. No, fuck it. Let them get offended. Women will just do whatever they can get away with.
Okay.
The problem is men who won't step up.
Who allow it?
Who allow it.
Yeah.
That's the problem. Like, all these guys liking these pictures, they don't deserve the attention.
Yeah.
But you're giving it anyways.
So we should educate the men while we...
That's why Table Moments is always focused on men.
Okay.
At least my live streams, like, I get girls. It's always black women. I think it's the vibe I give.
You love black women.
I do. But
Yeah.
they love me too.
Yeah.
All the smart black girls come see my face and they come to the lives. We were making fun of other TikTok live streams and how they're like ratings, like rate me, whatever.
Yeah.
And then they're like trying to bring it to my live. Yeah, some of these girls like, what would you rate me? And then there's some guys in the chat too. And then they're giving their ratings of these girls these women. And he's like, oh, you're like an 8, you're like a 7.5. I was like, nah, dudes, you're rating them way too high. And I was checking these girls. It's like, no, you're not.
Did you say it?
Yeah, I said that.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Hey, you Kevin Samuels. Bro.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
It's like, oh, rate me. What do you think? And here's the funny thing: like all the other guys in the chat were like giving them like super high ratings, way more than they deserve.
They want the attention. That's what it is.
No, but the funny thing is, like, fellas, you gotta understand when you're the guy who's like, nah, you're not a 7, you're not an 8.
Yeah.
These guys are rating you way too high. And then the girls were like, oh, wait, so what would you rate me? What would you rate me? I'm like, I'm not going to give you a rating.
Yeah.
And then they're like, why? Please rate me. They're asking me. That's a game, bro.
I don't even give no rating to.
Nah, fuck that.
If they're not that good looking, bro, just leave it at that. You know what I'm saying?
Even if they were, you don't tell them that.
Yeah, that's true. That's facts. Yes.
It's like, you got to hold that power, fellas. You just hold it.
And it's weird because they want you even more for not giving it to them.
That's exactly the point. I was telling the fellas in there.
Psycho.
It's like, you see all these girls begging me for my rating of them.
Yeah.
It's like, bro. That's what I'm thinking. Like, we wake up the guys.
Yeah.
And then the women will fix themselves.
Just yesterday, actually, the homie, we went to gym, right? The homie was like staring at a girl, bro. I'm like, damn, like chill, bro. You know what I'm saying? You gonna scare the fuck out of this girl. You know what I'm saying? Cause at that point, and he's like, oh, where's she at? He goes looking around for it. Oh, she's still here. Right? It goes working out with us, right? I'm like, bro, like chill, calm down, bro. You know what I'm saying? You look like a creep now at this point, you know?
Yeah.
We go into another area. We're working out there, and then it's like a secluded room. She comes in, and he's like, juice. He's like, oh, this is a sign from God. I gotta be talking to her. He said that out loud as she walking in. Okay. I'm like, is you slow? You gotta act like she ain't here, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Did he get it?
No, she left. She probably heard that shit and then wanted to leave.
Damn.
You know, she felt uncomfortable.
Was she a baddie though?
She was bad, though. She was bad, but I don't never say that shit.
Yeah, you don't talk.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but what I was trying to tell him, like, right now you giving the attention that all the niggas are giving.
Yeah.
You're just like every other. Just if you want to be different from all the rest, act like she's not there.
Yeah.
Act like she's not that important.
Funny thing is like,
and she'll come to you.
Exactly.
She'll be more around you.
Yeah.
And then that's probably when your time to make a move.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Be like moving slow. You know what I'm saying? That's why we need this podcast to take off.
Yeah. I don't want this to just become a relationship thing. I like that it's everything. So.
I mean, but we just started talking about relationships. Right now.
What are we doing?
Recording on the streets.
Yeah, street interviews.
Street interviews. This is a vlog series. I like to get background that I'm going to use before and after the video.
I just want to...
Mercedes Petronas?
Petronas. I'm trying to drive.
Hey, go for it. That works. What's it called?
Taco 1 million. That's my favorite one, but on my body.
It looks like a gold bar.
Yeah. 1 million, you know what I'm saying? I was going to get that for myself once I hit a million.
Okay. Is it expensive, clone?
It's 1 million.
Yeah, it smells like $1 million.
We're doing it.
Your thoughts?
Like a fucking reporter, dude. Some questions prepared. We're doing it. I feel like I need some hype music.
Basically, his sugar mama. Or could say all of those girls.
Yeah, it was a lot. But you know, it's because it's clickbait though.
Yeah. For sure.